Welcome to the Get Sculpted podcast. We're your hosts, Tiana,
Jordanna,
and Marilyn.
This podcast is all about cutting through the noise and giving you the real deal on fat loss, muscle building, and what it really takes to build your 2.0 sculpted self, inside and out. Our motto is to work smarter, not harder. We'll break down science-based and actionable strategies to optimize your metabolism, ditch the diets, and create a sustainable, fit, and healthy lifestyle that actually works for you. So if you're ready to get stronger, not just skinnier, and embrace a body you love, hit that subscribe button and let's get sculpted.
Welcome back to the Get Sculpted podcast. It is Coach Jordanna, and you are here with me with a solo podcast episode, and I am really excited because today we are going to do something a little bit different. I actually did a thought experiment with ChatGPT, and I thought this was really interesting because AI in general, it's starting to play a bigger role in society. It's starting to be used by a lot more people for a lot of different reasons. And I decided to play a little game with ChatGPT. And I wanted ChatGPT to pretend that it was the devil. Yes, the devil. And that if the devil had a playbook and his goal wasn't to tempt you with chocolate cake or Netflix or binging or any of these things. No, his goal was more sinister. It's to chip away at your confidence, at your health, fitness, your strength, and your joy as you age. It's to whisper to you that you're too late when in fact you're just getting started and about to hit your prime. So today we're flipping this script, and I had ChatGPT step into the role of the devil to walk you through how the devil systematically sabotages women in their 40s. And I'm going to come with receipts, okay? Because you are going to be shocked at what ChatGPT came up with and how real it reflects yours and mine lived experience in today's society. And then we're going to burn that playbook and we're going to put together a better one where, we're in our 40s and beyond, and we can break down this era and we can rebel against the way that society has set us up to, quite frankly, fail and step into our power era. So let's do this together. Get comfy, settle in, and let's go. So the devil's playbook. What does this look like? ChatGPT went real deep with me, and it's how he keeps women small. So the first tactic, if ChatGPT was going to keep women small as they grew older, is ChatGPT tactic number 1. The devil would glorify youth as the peak of beauty and value. The devil would plant this idea very early. After 40, you're invisible. Society would co-sign it. And if you just look at the media, ads, fashion, where are those vibrant women our age and older? Where are they? Are they building strength and doing big things? We're not seeing that as much. We're starting to see a little bit of a shift, but it's very pockety still. And I would say that it's not really a global effect yet. It is very much isolated, but there is a rebellion building. So what I'm still seeing is that women in our age bracket and older, we're starting to be sold things like wrinkle cream or very specific age appropriate products, but it's not really having us step into like our bigger power. Tactic number 2 would be to push shrinking over strength. We all grew up with this mindset of get smaller, tone up, take up less space. Being bombarded with quick fix diets, skinny teas, losing 10 pounds in 10 days, and all these insane challenges. No one's really talking about building muscle, energy, or confidence. It's always shrink, not shine. Tactic number 3 from the devil's playbook is to promote all or nothing thinking. If you can't do it perfectly, don't do it at all. Just give up. This is what the devil, aka society, is telling us. If you miss a Monday, well, you might as well wait till next month. It's the devil's favorite trap because it keeps you stuck in start over mode forever. And if you look back on your life, how many times have you started over and have already been falling into this all or nothing thinking? Tactic number 4, make your changing body feel like a problem. Perimenopause, mood swings, weight fluctuations, You're told that's just aging. Maybe try a low-calorie diet and a bubble bath. You'll feel better. The translation to that is silence them, dismiss them, ignore them. Number 5, drown you in conflicting information. With the rise of the internet and social media, all we get is information. Keto, vegan, carnivore, intermittent fasting, eat 6 times a day, eat 1 time a day, don't snack after this time. No wonder why y'all are so confused and overwhelmed. And it's so much easier to just do nothing and to stay stuck because it's information overload and you don't know what is going to work for you. And all the information is now conflicting one another. So what you think is good from one person is bad from the other person. And what you always thought was okay is now not okay. So instead, most people do nothing and they just get into that analysis paralysis. Number 6, guilt you for taking time for yourself. Ooh, this is a big one, especially for all those mamas out there or caregivers, even business owners. You're told to be everything to everyone. And the moment you prioritize you, the devil will whisper, "You're selfish." And you take it all back every single time. Number 7, we worship busyness as a badge of honor. If the devil was going to break down women as we aged and your calendar isn't jammed, if you're not tired to the bone, if you're not doing enough, burnout became the barometer for success. I personally experienced this when I was in the corporate world still, and this was a really hard one to take a look at and make some changes around. Tactic number 8, erase aging women from public view. So where are those strong, thriving 40, 50-something-year-olds in fitness ads, leadership roles, even the media? Exactly. We're MIA, unless we're in the before photo. And what I think is really interesting here is you still hear it in controversial things happening every so often with, media personalities here in Canada. There was somebody who was asked to leave their position, a woman, because she was starting to get older. And it created a massive buzz. Like, why have her step aside? There's older media personalities that are men, and they can keep their job well into their 60s and 70s. But for her, the moment she started to look a day over 40 or 50, she was asked to step aside. Number 9, fuel fragility narratives. As you get older, the devil will tell you to make it easier on yourself. Maybe walking is safer at your age. Maybe sitting down will be a better option for you versus standing. Don't try those new activities. They're going to be too hard for you. And if you lift too heavy, well, you might just break. The truth is, we break when we don't do the hard things. Tactic number 10, attaching your self-worth to external validation. This one is a massive one, and it doesn't just hit women in our generation. It's hitting generations younger than ours even more so with the rise in social media and the value that is placed on things like likes, compliments, the scale, the mirror. Your value becomes performance-based instead of presence-based. Number 11, keep you silent and isolated. Things like your changing hormones, fatigue levels, libido, even certain behaviors or mindset shifts that have been a struggle for you. Shh. The devil wants you to keep it private. Don't be that woman. Don't be the loud one who talks about her problems. So you suffer quietly and you assume you're alone. Number 12, using your past against you. The devil will often tell you, you've tried this before and failed. Why bother? You can't do it now. The devil turns your persistence into proof that you're broken instead of proof that you're resilient. Now, if you take a moment and swap out the devil with society, how much of this rings true? How much of this thought experiment with ChatGPT is actually how society has been set up? Set up for us to fail, set up for us to question ourselves, set up for us to live small. And I want to challenge that. What we're doing on this podcast, what we're doing within Get Sculpted, what we're doing as coaches is we're trying to take these 12 tactics that have been used to tear you down and keep you small to build you up instead, to show you an alternative path that is going to help you step into the best version of yourself. So now, part 2 of this, I want to walk you through what I'm going to call the Rebel's Playbook. We're going to burn those lies and we're going to build you back up because you have a heck of a lot of life to live. If you're in your mid-30s, your 40s, your 50s, I know some of you are in your 60s and beyond, and there is still many, many big, beautiful, amazing years left to live in your body. There's a lot of experiences left for you to have, and you need to break through those 12 lies and reframe them. So let's take a look at each and every one of them and flip those lies into something that you can reframe, hold on to, and see what it feels like when you rebel on purpose, something that we were never really told we were allowed to do. Rebelling was seen as bad. Now I want you to embrace it as good. Number 1, reframe aging as ascension. Your 40s are not the beginning of the end. They're the start of your power era. You've got clarity, you've got experience, and now you build strength to match that. Lived experience is, you can't buy that. You can't jump ahead to already have the wisdom of your lived experience. You need to actually live the years to acquire it. And so that is earned over time. And that is not something to shy away from. That is something to step into in a big, big way. Number 2, build, don't shrink. We're done with diets, with detoxes, with teas, with random things that are promising big things for our bodies, but deliver nothing but expensive pee and lots of trips to the bathroom and tummy troubles. Instead, we're here to get stronger and set aside the idea of just getting smaller. Muscle is your magic. It's how you can step into staying youthful and energetic. And confidence is contagious. When you step into being in your 40s and you have a lot less F's to give, this is a beautiful time to be able to wear the thing you want to wear, to do the thing you want to do, to say the thing you've always wanted to say. So build yourself up and stop shrinking so small. Number 3, progress over perfection. Girl, you are allowed to be messy, inconsistent, and human. Keep it going. Perfect does not win, persistent does. And in our quest to be perfect in everything, we're just holding ourselves up. And it's really a form of procrastination. And it's really what society, and in this case, my thought experiment with the devil, it's to hold you up, slow you down, keep you small, and stop you from taking action. So really, really, really ditch that mindset around perfection because it is not going to serve you now, nor has it ever. And the progress, the little steps forward, whether they're messy, whether they're inconsistent, they are beautiful and they are yours and they are human and they need to be taken in order to make the progress that you want. Number 4, partner with your body and stop punishing yourself for living in a body. Perimenopause is not a punishment for aging. I'm going to start believing that it's a portal and we need to listen. We need to adjust. We need to learn from our bodies. We're not broken. You're not broken. It's a beautiful part of our journey that not everyone gets to experience. And so instead of seeing everything like a problem, maybe the problems will vanish when we reframe them as opportunities, as a partnership, as areas of learning. Because as we step into this new phase of life, we have such an opportunity to do it with our body instead of working against it. Number 5, filter the noise out and trust yourself. Pick one voice, one plan, one path. Make it yours. Then tune into what your body says, and she'll tell you what works. Especially as women, we are so powerful. Our inner voices have been silenced for just far too long. Those negative thoughts that you're hearing, ask yourself, where did they come from? Who implanted them? Where did you hear it first? Because I'm going to bet that they were not your thoughts to start with. You heard it somewhere. it was said to somebody else and you adopted it. Or maybe it was said it to you over and over and over again, and you took that on as a core belief. Now's the time to take your own voice as the core of who you are and who you listen to. And the more you trust yourself on this journey, the more this path of life will unfold for you in beautiful and incredible ways, because you know that your next step is taken with confidence because you believe in yourself. Number 6, self-care as leadership. When you show up for your health, it models that for others. It's a powerful thing to step against the grain. It's not selfish. It's taking control over your life. It's sovereign. It's saying, this is my body and I know how to treat it. And I know what I need. And I can take the actions. And that is not selfish. That is a powerful next step. And that's exactly what I would want my child to do, to take care of themselves too. Number 7, boundaries over busyness. Gosh, we need to learn how to say no. You can cancel the meeting. You can rest. You can say no to an event. It's okay to disappoint other people. And I've got to be super honest here. This one's so hard for me because I was like a yes person for many, many years. And creating boundaries has protected my mental health. It has helped me say yes and show up to things that actually mattered, and that isn't everything. And it helped me slow down in a way that allowed me to enjoy the journey so much more. So being busy doesn't mean that you're important. Being present actually is what makes you important. Being truly available for when you do give that yes and showing up with your whole heart, that is what creates importance in my books. And so having those boundaries over busyness is really going to be setting you up for success for the long term in helping you step into this like powerful, wise, strong woman that I know each and every one of you, including myself, want to be. Number 8, be the representation. When I was growing up, I used to complain all the time, there's nobody like me in these ads. Nobody is short. Nobody is curvy. Nobody is this or that or whatever. So I took it upon myself to step into those opportunities and create the representation. I've been lucky enough to be included in ad campaigns that are paving the way to rewriting what we see in the media. There's a lot of companies out there now that are doing this too. And I think that that's a powerful step. But not everyone is invited to be in an ad. So how do you do this in your own life? You wear the shorts. You put on the tank top. You wear that dress you've always wanted to wear. You flex in the picture. You step into the picture instead of taking it. You show other women what's possible when you stop hiding. Because the moment you stop hiding is the moment you're empowering somebody else to stop hiding too. And the narrative changes just by being you. Number 9, lift heavy and live boldly. Strength isn't just a physical thing, but it's a great place to start. Pick up the weights. Feel what it feels like to be strong in your body. Move those weights. Because when you have those moments when you're like, damn, I did that hard thing. I did that hard workout. I have never done anything like that before in my life. It is giving you the confidence to do that in every other area of your life. So yeah, lift weights for how awesome you're going to look. Lift weights for how long it's going to help you live. But lift weights so that it is going to show you the path to doing the hard things in every other part of your life too. Number 10, validate yourself first. Gosh, wouldn't that be crazy when you tell yourself how proud you are of you, to celebrate the win, to be present enough to enjoy the journey that you're on, to recognize what you've overcome, to see who you are becoming. Be your own hype woman. We're taught to ignore the wins because it seems we're being boastful or too prideful or, oh, you don't want to be that kind of girl that just like talks about herself. You don't have to be. But you can have pride in what you do. You can recognize how far you've come, and you can celebrate what that means to you. Don't shy away from it. Step into that. Number 11, build that village around you. When you talk about the messy middle, the hot flashes, your gym fails, the vacation you want to go on, the changes in your libido, the funny girls' nights that you want to have, the more we speak to one another, the more we create connection and community around ourselves, the more we rise together. Because there is power in numbers, and we need to create that for ourselves. And if you can't create it for yourself, if you don't have that, then find a community that already exists to become part of, that you see yourself within, or that you want to, elevate to be part of. Because every group has their identity, their shifts they're trying to make, a language that they speak amongst one another, a way to celebrate. And I know from our community within Get Sculpted, our client group, this is a pretty transformational space for a lot of women. It gives you the opportunity to celebrate the wins in a way that no one else might understand. It gives you a safe place to share struggle that maybe you feel embarrassed talking about with anybody else. And it gives you a place to connect more deeply, which we all need. And number 12, reframe your past as proof. Every failed diet, every starting over moment, it's proof you never actually gave up. You're still here, you're still trying, and you're still rising. I like to say this to my clients a lot. If you've never quit, you can't fail. So starting over again really isn't starting over. You're picking up where you left off. And if you reframe that as proof and evidence that you've never really quit forever because you're ready to try again, well, that's going to be a pretty compelling opportunity for you to keep going this time. So here's what I want you to remember from this all. Whether it's ChatGPT playing like the devil, whether that translates into society and how women are represented in the world today, whether it's the shifts that are being made in the positive directions that we're taking to rebel against those societal implications that have been built up around us over the decades. Remember this, you are not broken. You're never too late, and you're absolutely not alone. Especially if you're listening to this podcast, because I know that there are many women like you, including myself. You're a woman in your 40s and beyond, and quite honestly, that can make you a little dangerous. To every lie that says that you should shrink, stay small, or stay silent. So today, together, let's burn the devil's playbook and instead write your own. Then take every day after to live that new playbook, your rebel's playbook, out loud. If you really like this episode, I would encourage you to share it with a friend, give it a 5-star review maybe, or send us a message over on our Instagram account at getsculpted.ca, or send me a message personally at Jordanna Nativ on IG, because these conversations go so much deeper when they become a two-way conversation. So until next time, stay strong, live that life out loud, and keep rewriting those rules, because that's the only way at the end of the day that we're going to make any progress at all.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of Get Sculpted. We hope you feel inspired, empowered, and ready to take the next step in your fitness journey. Remember, building your 2.0 body is a unique journey for you. It's about showing up for yourself consistently and not being perfect.
If you loved today's episode, don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a review and tag us on social at getsculpted.ca. Your feedback helps us reach more women like you who are ready to cut through the noise and make lasting changes.
For more daily tips, inspiration, and behind-the-scenes content, follow us on Instagram and check out our handles in the show notes below. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time on Get Sculpted. Until then, remember this, getting sculpted isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter.